chapter 35, the cities of refuge are all about the sanctity of life. I mean, it's just all about the sanctity of life. You're like, well, what? How do you get there? It was the sanctity of life for the killer to make sure that he was going to be treated fair, and it was the sanctity of life for the one that was killed to make sure justice was going to take place. God is a God that cares about the sanctity of life, whether young or old, all the way through. And you can extrapolate that to all the places you know to extrapolate it. Ultimately, Jesus raised the bar on this concept of murder and the cities of refuge. In Matthew 5:21 through 22, he said, "You have heard that it was said to those of old." That was a rabbinical saying. When a rabbi would teach, he would start out with that. You've heard it said the days of old. But he added something in here that they never talked about. You shall not murder, and whoever murders will be liable to judgment. But I say to you is what he added. Rabbis didn't do that. I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. Whoever insults his brother will be liable to the council, and whoever says you fool will be liable to the hell of fire. I know that's kind of scary, right? So Jesus isn't saying you're going to go to hell if you call somebody a fool, especially on Central Expressway. He's not saying that. Ultimately, what he's saying is that this is worthy to die a death in hell. For the wages of sin are death, but the gift of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ. And so that's what we look for. What he's talking about here, Jesus, is this is a matter of heart. This is saying you need to respect people. This is raising the bar. It's not just about respecting life. It's about respecting the whole human for what he is. Ross Perot had this enormous imprint on my life. And he said, inside every person is something that says, I'm unique, I'm special. Don't treat me like a commodity. Treat me with respect. And so that's what Jesus is actually talking about here. Literally, your heart is supposed to look at people and treat them with respect. Ultimately, the extrapolation is we're the cities of refuge. We're supposed to treat people like that and lead people there.